Hi again, everyone. Brian Rhodes here. I trust everything's all right with all of you out there. Well, it's a beautiful evening here in Toronto after a terrific weekend. Thought I'd get this blog in, the first one in maybe, I guess, about 2 weeks. I do have an excuse. I went to my dermatologist and he went nuts with his nitrogen bottle, blasting all of the sunspots, little lesions and whatnot on my forehead and my face, and you can see from all the little white marks. My God, the day after he did it, they all ballooned up. I looked like I had 24 barnacles on my face, so I certainly didn't want to do a blog. In fact, I didn't even want to walk out in the street, and when I did, I hid my face, pull a hoodie over me, under my ball cap. So they're now healing, so I'm going to get back in the groove on that. And just so you're aware, if I look like a homeless guy for the next while, it's because I'm going to let my beard grow, including in this area. I'm not going to trim it, I'm including this area, and I've got to let it grow longer and whatnot, just to add a little more of that, well, barnacle look, I guess. the old Old Spice guy, the sea captain with the beard and so on. I guess that's what really is the best for me as far as acting is concerned. If I take it out that far, great, I can always cut it back for a part, but you can't wait around and let it grow out for a part. So I'm going to let it grow. So it's planned. So if I look, as I say, like a street person, I'm an organized street person. Okay, so anyway. Enough of that. As I said, great weekend. We had a Steem meeting, Steem meetup at the end of the month here. Had a great time with the guys, and we talked a lot about some of the things happening, about Steem itself, as well as other cryptocurrencies, etc. We talked a little bit about EOS, as a matter of fact. And there's a ton of talk out there about all this stuff, but something, EOS is exactly where it should be. And you know why? Because that's exactly where it is. Look, you just gotta, back off, relax. I mean, these things are rolling out with great complexity and speed. I mean, I think I indicated back in a blog a little while ago when I went to the Thomas Cox speak at EOS Nation, that they hadn't even decided on how they were going to do arbitration yet. There were all sorts of things that they were working on that hadn't finalized, and he expected arbitration situations right from the get-go, and guess what? He got them. And they didn't even have the block producers in position, the witnesses, etc. So these things are going to happen. So just let settle out, let things settle out. It's going to be okay. I'm not advising you from any position of experience or whatever. It's just that for me, you can't speed these things up and you can't slow them down. Simple as that. But do what you have to do. That's, I guess, the best advice I could give you. After the Steem meeting, since this was Pride weekend, we decided to walk down Church Street here in Toronto after our meeting. It was fantastic. I'm going to include a couple of pictures. Got a sea of humanity from, I don't know, probably a kilometer or so. It was really remarkable this year because we could go into a bar, buy a beer, and walk out and walk up and down the street with it. And it was really cool. They just felt too many people were standing in the bars, too many people were in the cordoned off areas for drinking, and that we've never had any problem with Pride, so they decided they were going to go that extra mile this year, got approval from everybody to do so, and it worked out beautifully. Of course, it's also a first step for next year, because next year we will be able to be out on the street, smoking doobies. I don't think it's going to make any difference. They're out there last night or the other night smoking doobies anyways, but nobody was doing anything about it because legalized marijuana was passed by our parliament a couple of days ago. They promised it by July 1st. They gave it to us. Now it's a rollout, which will probably take about 3 or 4 months, I would say. Retail distribution, how it's going to be set up. You got to be 19, but hey, I think it's going to just be absolutely fantastic, I would personally think that nobody's going to be doing anything more than they did before, but now they don't have to look over their shoulders. And what's really great, they're talking about completely pardoning anybody who had, now whether it'll happen or not, I don't know, but it certainly should. They're pardoning anybody who's had any kind of drug charge or drug-related charges and or any kind of a record relating to possession of marijuana to be expunged completely. And I think that would be just absolutely fantastic. Too many young people's lives have been screwed up by that stupid law that they had. Anyway, okay, so gotten through a lot of this. I'm a little beside myself right now because I'm kind of on my own. My director for The Order of Things to Come and for eventually Better Left Unsaid is holidaying along with a number of his friends in Sandbanks Provincial Park here in Ontario. So I can't get in touch with him. Well, I could, I guess, but I don't want to. I've got to leave him alone for at least 2 weeks. I want to bug the hell out of him when he's on holiday, right? And so consequently, I'm kind of going to be blogging. May not be, you know, some of the support material may not be that good up to snuff, but anyway, I'll do my best, okay? The other thing is I'm writing again, which I thought was really good. Done a lot of that when I couldn't get outside. And I'm working on, I want to be a pip. I've talked to you about that before. I'm really excited about that screenplay. I hope it works out well. I think I've covered everything I want to cover now. So, yes, that's it. And so until next time, take care. And I wish all of you a happy holiday coming up, both here in Canada, July 1st, and everybody stateside, July 4th. Have a great time, okay? And a safe time. Bye-bye now. Take care.